Hello and welcome back to more Zero Escape Virtue's Last War. In the last episode, we began our adventures down the Magenta Door path because we've already explored the yellow path as much as we possibly can for the moment. We still have some things we gotta do here, but we can't do it just yet. So now we've abandoned the yellow door for the moment and we are beginning our adventure down the Magenta Door in pursuit of a new ending. So we're coming up on our first AB game right here, and that's probably gonna be the main thing we do in this episode. So let's just keep on moving and see where this goes. Alright, so most of that was pretty much, I just skipped ahead a lot in the video because basically everything was just exactly the same as it was in the yellow door. It was meeting up with everybody, talking about the Ambidex game being announced, talking to Zero again, finding who I presume to be Akane dead in the elevator, all that jazz. The only new thing so far is that now we're on top of the, I guess I can scroll back a little bit. So, we found Fi sitting on top of the AB room because she wanted to check out the hatch.
Try opening it.
No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
You're talking about whoever killed the old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
You still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes.
Yeah, so
Let's
that's...
go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
He's a rabbit. That part's new. That part was not in the original Ambidex game that we played back when we went to the yellow door. But I imagine this is gonna be all the same where...
Look, there's something...
Yeah, it's gonna be... Here we go. Let's start the Ambidex game. Once again. Is Zero gonna tell us how this works like we did last time, or are they gonna just let us jump straight into it? Because that'd be pretty cool. Looks like there's no way going back now.
Observation.
Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and skip past all this. We don't need to... We don't need to hear the explanation of how the AB game works again, because we already got it last time. Okay. So, our choice here is whether we ally or betray. So we're just gonna we're gonna choose to ally. Luna's nice. You know, it's not like we're going up against Dio or anything like that. Vote has been recorded, please wait. Oh, I still have all skip on hold. Let's turn that off real quick. I said turn that off. Thank you. Just in time. As Fly and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving, pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps were slow, heavy, plod. Yeah, because...
What was that, Sigma? Don't play dumb. You chose ally.
Oh, did she want us to betray? Is that something we missed? If he gets down to... What's 3 minus 2? It's 1. Gets down to 1, it's over. So it mean 30 seconds remain. Press the name button, you're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. How'd you know my name? Or how about when we found out the old lady's body, you didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be here, but I don't want to believe it, but are you? If you won't do it, then I don't think so. I'm not going to move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, I'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? Well, what's it's over supposed to mean? Okay, so there's some... When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant. Okay, so no surprises there. Results to be displayed. Okay, great. Okay, so she wanted us to betray, but we have... Luna's friendly. We like Luna. We don't want to... No.
Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
I know. I heard you a whole second before the deadline. But here's the thing. There's a lot more after this point, whether we choose to ally or betray. So no matter what, we're good. There was no danger of dying. How can you even think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you said.
You could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
I didn't even hear what you said. I didn't think there'd be any major differences, but, you know, what are you talking about? Okay, fine, let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know that whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. You are, okay. I mean... You just know stuff you should. Sigma, you, of all people, are not one to be talking about knowing things you shouldn't. Stuff like my name or how if your BP hits 0, you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, you dumb bunny.
Ziggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
This thing is so terrifying. I hate it. I hate it. I
Let's
hate
go.
it. I hate it so much.
Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again with Fi being someone who has played the game before and is communicating through the morphogenetic field or whatever BS like that. Okay, cool, great. Great, wonderful. This went so well for 999. I can't wait. Hey, Fi, hold on. Okay. Sure thing.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex Game!
Yeah. We know. Thank you. Show me the results. Show me the results. Oof. See? What'd I tell you? Nothing to worry about. However, I would like to note that once again, excluding us, every pair betrayed and every ally. Maybe it's because, like, I know I'm trying to psychoanalyze this, which is meaningless, but just maybe it's because, you know, the people who are by themselves don't think they have anything. Don't think they have anyone to rely on, so they act trying to bond with other people, like trying to say, hey, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, let's ally, let's be friends, and extend a hand of friendship to them. Whereas the people who are in a pair are like, hey, we already kind of have a team going right here. We're already good, so why don't we do what's best for the two of us, and they bounce ideas off each other, instead of being isolated on your own with your only choice being, okay, I have to ally to save myself. Now, you can easily make the reverse argument, which is that you're by yourself, you feel like you have no choice but to betray just to look out for yourself. But I don't know, it's just interesting that consistently the pairs have always been betraying, at least in the first round. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Thanks, Luna.
Oh, no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me.
Is this the first non-confrontational one we've had? I feel like every other time we've had some kind of scuffle with the people we chose to ally or betray.
I only did what anybody would have done. I believed in you and Fi.
Not everybody. When Luna glanced away, I threw Fi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Temyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No, it wasn't me. Mr. Dio tricked me. He told me he'd pick Ally. He promised. That's why I let him do the voting.
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
Yeah, because Quark would betray his grandfather, you idiot.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote.
Once again! So under normal circumstances, who do we trust? A lying sack of shit or you? Like, what? Oh my god, why would we trust you over Quark under normal circumstances when Quark has done nothing wrong? And then, with the information we have, do you honestly expect me, anybody else, but specifically Temyoji, to believe that Quark would betray his own grandfather after everything he did for him? Or, not real grandfather, but semantics. You know what I mean. You lying sack of shit. Can we just delete Dio from the game?
You wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray.
Yeah, you see how that doesn't sound natural, because Quark would never say that.
To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard.
Again, I reiterate.
He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
You don't...
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave?
No one's buying this.
I've got a plan. See?
Nobody believes you.
Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever.
Nobody believes you.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man.
He's his... For all intents and purposes, he's his grandfather. You f***ing idiot!
All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard!
Yes, the 8-year-old's genius plan. What great deductive reasoning, you idiot.
I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Is there even a point in this game where I have a reason to care about him? Because I gotta say, I just want to eject Dio out of the game. Like, can we just feed him to Zero and be done with it? Be like, here, take Dio and let us all go. He's the biggest sack of shit on planet Earth. Like, he's actually the worst.
It's all right. I understand.
Meanwhile, in Wonderland,
I'm so sorry.
see, that's funny because her name is Alice. Please laugh.
This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, if there's a round
Yeah,
one...
we had this dialogue already. So, Fi had been right. I skipped ahead again because all that was just the same explanation of how the bracelets work and how you get out with the door and all that stuff. So didn't feel the need to show it again. Now we've got to the part where we find out more about Fi's connection to the morphogenetic field. I can't wait. So, Fi had been right, but how would she know before Zero told us? Huh. I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anyone else knew, right, Fido? Okay, now I'm confused.
I guess so.
Because, like, I took a moment to go over everything in my head. Yeah, this is the same as last time. In 999, it's like, how do you know this? Oh, Akane was communicating to you through the morphogenetic field. What's it gonna be this time? I don't know. But I'm very curious to find out, let me tell you. Yeah, this stuff is all just the same. It's just, I mean, it's not exactly the same because we were the ones who actually, looked around the lounge instead of the infirmary. But it's still the same information. It's the whole, you found the magazine about the December 2028 thing. We still got the story of Sigma and his going to college over winter break to write a paper because his girlfriend dumped him, which is just that's a story. I don't. So it looks like this is all the same information, just slightly different dialogue. So I'm just kind of making my way through this until we get to something different. Okay, so now we're trying to figure out a way to take off. Aha! We're trying to figure out a way to take off Kay's armor, and we might have found it. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Looks like it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Easier said than done. Yeah. Just find the random object to open up the armor. Why is he in the armor? Like why? Because if he's telling the truth about him not wearing this naturally, then what's the purpose of why would he? What exactly about his appearance do you want him in there for?
I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait,
Also, what happens if he has to go to the bathroom? I feel like that would not end well.
a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does, but that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance. Wearing them doesn't feel strange. You'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you?
Well, so, I mean, that's not quite comparable because the limitations of wearing a suit all the time and the limitations of wearing glasses all the time are not quite the same thing. Because like you can sleep just fine in this. I mean, okay, it is possible to sleep in this suit just fine, but sleeping wearing glasses, not quite. That's not going to end too well for you. Whereas if this dude ever wants to go to the bathroom, that's never going to happen in this suit, but you can do that with glasses just fine. So there's not quite the same comparison.
That's what wearing this suit is like.
And even just in terms of practicality, wearing glasses is
I think that's enough about
not the same as wearing a full body suit.
No. There still might be something here. I'm staying.
Me too.
I see. Well then, I will move ahead and see how our companions are doing. What do you intend to do?
I think I'll move along
Where do
too.
you plan to go?
There's only one option left.
Very well. I shall head for the lounge then. Until
And
we
that's
meet
where
again.
Alice and Clover are, so we'll see if that dialogue's any different.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No,
It's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here.
This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Huh. Makes sense. So, you find anything?
0.
Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
Word choice, Clover. What about you? Anything
I
suspicious?
didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Yeah, you got a point there. So why do you think Zio put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the Nonary game.
Really, I thought the Nonary game was coming around to the AB game. Why would we need the puzzles and stuff then? Well, what is a Nonary game then? Why is Zio making us do all this?
Well, this is just, speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Something tells me that's not it. Because that's the other thing. Like, there's so many mysteries to this game. Clearly the mysteries to this game are a lot more densely packed than those of the first game. Because the first game, fundamentally, was centered around the Junpei and Akane relationship and how that tied into the Nonary games. And then every other character was just tangentially related to that. Like, they were all things used to facilitate that relationship because they were witness to Akane being there in the beginning. They helped get her out, which don't get me started on that PS again. So it all revolved around that. And the reason for the current Nonary games wasn't any grand conspiracy. It was just trying to save her life, which is equally genius and idiotic. But this game doesn't have that excuse anymore because Akane is dead. So it's gonna be someone else who kidnapped everybody. The question is for what reason? Why they have to use an AI? Just so many questions as to what the purpose of this thing is, and I don't really have an explanation for it. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Then there's, Sigma and his story doesn't make any sense at all. He was finishing up writing a college paper on Christmas Day, or at least somewhere around that time, over winter break, because his girlfriend dumped him, so he doesn't have a computer to access. I don't. And then Phi apparently can communicate through a more genetic field or whatever that is. It's just. There's a lot of questions.
Yes, they're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No, Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what do we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
Which, that's the other thing, too, is that now that we know, or at least can very, very, very confidently predict that was Akane that was killed, now we have to think of somebody who would have wanted her dead. And that doesn't... As far as we know, nobody like that exists, because there's no Akane didn't screw anybody over in the Nonary games. There's no one, I guess, except for the 9th man, but who cares about him? He's dead. Nobody who survived the game would have been infuriated or betrayed by Akane's. I mean, obviously, it's like, hey, you kidnapped us all here to save yourself. What gives? But I don't think that would have been enough to lead them to want to kill her. So it's just finding... You gotta think of someone who would have wanted her dead. But the thing is, out of the people we know... And I just... This game, man.
So you're saying that Zero Senior is the one who murdered the old lady?
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Unless they're also trying to imply that she had Radical 6 and she killed herself, which... That would just be the most idiotic way to kill off a character as important as her. Wait, 7?
Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay, I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be 0.
What? Come on, Alice and I know each other.
Well, how do you know each other?
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
And where do you co-work? Yeah, we already got this conversation. Yeah, you can't tell us.
Just forget about.
Why can't you tell us?
Because you haven't. You gotta go play the Clover ending to find that information.
It's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is the time for playing it close to the chest?
Yeah, but what if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Hey, sorry to butt in, but it's time to go.
What? Time to... Oh. It's past time. We gotta go.
You think?
Oh, I guess we'll just have to continue this later. We need to get back to the doors.
Okay, I guess you're right. Let's go. Okay, the chromatic doors have opened.
Ugh, you're late. What were you doing?
Sorry.
An apology is not going to cut it.
I mean, we're not really technically late. We still have time.
I can't go through that door without you.
We have time.
Zero said we'd get penalized if we didn't go through the primary door before it
We
closed.
still have
Are
time.
you trying to kill me?
I'm here, am I not? I thought you didn't need a partner to get to the primary doors, though.
Are you kidding? Think it through, Sigma. Yes, you can go through the primary door by yourself. Now, you're standing in front of the secondary door. The time limit comes, and the primary door shuts. Now what? Now you're stuck, is what? Without the right number of bracelets, the secondary door won't open. Do you understand?
There'd be no way to open either door, huh? Man, that sounds even worse than getting your lungs turned off.
What?
Sorry for worrying you, Quark.
That's the comparison you make?
In any event, now is hardly the time to be fighting like this. As you can see, the primary doors have already opened. You must hurry and decide who will be going through which door and with whom.
So, how should we pair up?
We're almost out of time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
The options filed out for us with the following. Option A, Alice and I would pair up with Luna and go through the green door. Timoji and Quark would pair up with Clover and go open the blue door. Find Dio. Yeah, okay, so Alice and I go with Luna. Option B is Alice and I go with K. And option C is Alice and I go with... Okay, sorry, Alice and I go with Clover. Well, we're not going to pick that option because we've already experimented. We've already got Clover's ending, so we don't really need to learn a whole lot more about her for the moment. We're not going to go through the green door because I know that's what leads to Luna's ending, and we don't want to get Luna's ending yet, so that only leaves the blue door as our remaining option.
3 minutes.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Pairing up with Kay.
Oh?
We'd end up playing against each other in the next AB game. Last time, you betrayed Clover. How am I supposed to know you won't do the same to me? You can't be trusted.
How unfortunate. To be honest, however, I would rather not go with you either.
Yeah? Why's that?
Well, you only have 1 BP left. I very much doubt you'll choose to ally in the next round. Even if you promised me you would choose to ally, I'd be in an undesirable situation. You see, I wouldn't be able to choose to betray if I did. And you were true to your word and allied, I would kill you. So there you are. That is why I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji. Of course, for the same reason, I would rather not be paired with Alice.
That's not a problem. Sigma and I will be taking Clover. I trust her more than any of the rest of you.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yep, I want to go with Alice too.
Ah, it's a shame. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I get to say into this?
I would like to go with Sigma or Phi. They chose Ally last time.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm Phi's partner. You should pair up with us. Sound good?
No.
I am also opposed to that choice.
If Alice and Clover pair up, and Luna and Dio pair up, the rest of us don't have a choice. We'll be stuck with Phi's option C.
I believe I mentioned before that I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji.
And I don't want to go with Kay either.
What are we supposed to do? Very simple. We go through the blue door. Easy.
1 minute.
Very easy. Just go through the blue door. Oh, right. This is supposed to be a shock in this timeline. Oh no! Quark!
It's all over. This is it. We're all gonna die.
Are you all right?
No.
No, he's not.
No. Don't you get it? We aren't gonna die. We have to die. We have to die here. All of us.
What the hell? Oh, snap out of it, kid. Oh, come on, Quark. Talk to me.
No, I'm fine. You're the crazy ones getting so serious about this stupid game.
I'm sorry. I can't hear anything other than Jimmy Neutron when he speaks.
We should just stop. End this. End all of it. End everything.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
No, we don't have time.
30 seconds.
We don't have a choice. Quark's with me. I'll carry him through.
But we still haven't figured out who's...
I can't afford to be picky anymore. Someone just choose. I don't care who.
Sigma, you have to choose.
What? Why
Please
me?
just do it. We don't have any time left.
9, 8, 7,
I swallowed. Alice and I will. Okay, so here's the thing. My gut instinct would be to go after Luna's ending first. And I think I technically can, because there aren't any story locks blocking her path. The problem is that I've been advised by everyone to save her ending for as late as possible. I do not know why, because she doesn't seem like she would have that much plot relevance. But I'm gonna take people's word for it, and I'm going to withhold I'm gonna restrain myself and I'm not gonna go with Luna, because Luna's the nicest. I mean, Luna or Clover, to be clear. But the thing is, we already know a lot about Clover. So I want to try to explore a new character with this playthrough. So that's either Luna or Kay, and I'd love to go with Luna because she seems nice. The problem is that, you know, I've been advised to save her ending for as late as possible. So that leaves only Kay as our remaining option. Alice, Kay, the blue door.
Right.
We should hurry.
We took off toward the door to run, because these are two characters that we don't know much about. I mean, yes, we know Alice with her connections to Clover and all that, but Alice herself and how the hell she's still alive, we don't know all that much. So, I mean, it's like the whole thing with Ice 9 and her connections, there's a lot left to unravel there. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
0. Chromatic doors closing.
And can I skip this by chance? Aha, I can. Oh, wait, no, I didn't want to. Nope. I skipped a bit too much. Okay. 3 doors, but they're all locked, dead end. Okay, so I didn't skip too much, but the knowledge that I can skip those map sections is going to be helpful in the future. But that'll be for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next episode. Hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Zero Escape vs. Last Reward. Goodbye.